guys, welcome to another mod spotlight by the Flogat, and today we're gonna take a look at equivalent exchange 3. Now let's get started. First of all, to begin with this mod, you have to make a Calcinator, which is pretty easy. 4 pieces of stone and 3 pieces of iron. Now, before I talk about the Calcinator, you have to know something. EE3 has another revolutionary way to evaluate EMC values. Basically, only a few values are hard-coded, and then the game uses them in the crafting recipe and calculates the value. For example, you can see 256 plus 256, 512, plus 256, I don't know, plus 4 gives us 772. Now that's how all the values are evaluated. So now, if we take a look at, I don't know, these are all the micro blocks. Yeah, what if we take a look at Buildcraft Gear? We'll see it has 4 EMC in value, because 1 for that, and why? That's a bad example, but as you can see, it's 4 sticks per 4 times 4 equals 16. Here, 4,988. Yeah, a gold. Oh no, I mean force gear, gold gear, 9.2200. Oh, 9.220 and 1,192 per diamond. That's how it works. Now, what does the Calcinator do? First of all, you have to put any kind of fuel on the bottom slot, and then you have to put something on the top slot to calcinate. Now, every item, by the way, you pressed shift to be able to see the EMC value. Any item that has an EMC value can be calcinated. You just press shift. Now, first thing you can get from calcinating is ash. You can get that from calcinating any item that has from 1 to 63 in EMC values. That includes modded items. Don't look at the EMC stack. It's basically because there are 64. It's 64 times the basic EMC. So basically, if we put a piece of stone, it will calcinate and will give us a piece of ash. Now it's 1, even if the EMC is way higher. Basically, if we take a lectern, we have 20 in EMC, we'll still get only 1 piece of ash, as you will be able to see. Okay, so now on to the next tier, Verdant Dust. This is from items that have an EMC value in between 64 and 2047. Yeah, 2047. Hence, obsidian, because it has 64, it will calcinate. Gold nuggets, we have 227. Golden transport pipe, oak case. They all produce verdant dust. Oops. Well, you can see. Now onto the azure dust. This one is from the items that have an EMC value from 2048 up to 8191. You can see azure dust, and you can. That was a material. Sorry for that. Blocks of iron, gold ingots, reefer pearls, invar helmets. Well, there are. This is the the tier where you have the less amount of items. And then onto the next, medium dust. This is above 8192 EMC value. Hence diamond, gold box, gold helmets, mining turtles, obsidian chest, emeralds, and all of those crazy stuff. Now that we showed how to get the dust, we're gonna see how to use them. Now you'll need glass bells. A glass bell is crafted by making an inverted U shape with glass in a crafting table. The glass bell can be placed on any side and it will attach to the block that you placed, like the ones I put on the ceiling. Now I'll show you a neat feature of those glass bells. What if we make it nighttime? Those cooking things are lighting up the place. What if we put something that lights up in the glass bell? Well, it lights up the place, as you can see. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Now onto the aludel. This is how you craft an aludel. For an aludel to work, you need to put a glass bell above the aludel itself. I'm just gonna... So, what can you make in an aludel? First of all, you can make alchemical coal by putting... See, those are all the recipe. A coal and 32 verdant dust gives you 1 alchemical coal. 1 coal, 1 azure dust, an alchemical coal. 1 coal, 1 medium dust, 4 alchemical coal. Those can be crafted in blocks. Now I'll show you. Just give me, just take half a stack of them. Just put it here. Do know that the dust has to be on this slot. If it's on that slot, it won't work. It caused me some trouble. And see, it would consume 32 of these and 1 of these, and we'll make ourselves an alchemical coal. As you see, the item renders in there. That's pretty cool. Note that if you right click on the glass bell, it will open the aludel screen like that. Now you can further upgrade your alchemical coal to Mobius fuel with either 7 azure dust or 2 medium dust. I'm just gonna make 7 azure dusts. And as you can see, it's processing the alchemical coal and turning it into Mobius fuel, as you can see here. Now onto the last tier, Eternalis fuel, which has an extremely high AMC value of 131,144 and 104 of value. Now to craft it, you'll need 56 of azure dust or 14 medium dust, which is extremely expensive. As you can see, the usual process, it goes up and we get our Eternalis fuel. Now note, the blocks are just simple 8, 9, I mean, you fill up the crafting table. So now we've seen those fuel, but you see, you're asking me, what can they do? Well, they are pretty powerful. Let's take a look. Alchemical coal in a furnace generator generates 80 RF a tick for 2 minutes. Now you tell me that's not... I'm just... Sorry for that. Should really disable them. Yeah. So it's 80 RF a tick for 2 minutes. 80 RF a tick for 16 minutes. and this one is 80 hour fatigue for 2 entire hours, 2 hours and 8 minutes. As you can see, pretty crazy. What's with the block? 20 whole hours, 20 hours and 12 minutes. No, I mean 19 hours and 12 minutes at air 80 hour fatigue, which is an extreme amount of power. So this was the fuels. Now just get out of creative mode, and now onto the infused wood. So you can craft, there's 40 of infused wood. Now this uses the ore dictionary, so if I were to put that, it would craft. So one wood with 4 dust of each of a type gives you the wood form, and you could also do a plank for 1, and it's exactly the same thing, and you can convert that 1 for 4. That's why it's the same thing. I'll just show you like that. If I put 4 verdant dust, it's gonna make infused wood, infused verdant wood. So see, as you can see, infused with verdant dust. And you can do the same thing with the plank, except it takes only 1, as you can see. Now, as I told you, you could make that into planks because the logs aren't used yet. Now onto the next one. It's 1 dust for 1 infused clove. Now you'll tell me that's okay. What can I do with those clove? Well, at the moment you can craft an alchemical bag, but it doesn't have a use yet. Look what it says. You simply put 1 piece of wool. I haven't tried the cold ones. Well, I'm 100% sure that will work. See, that works. Okay, now this is the last one, and this is the most interesting one. For 8 pieces of minion dust and a minion stone, you'll get a minion stone. Now I'm using the Mad Pack mod pack, and it has Lomeli 12's equivalency add-on, which adds a whole bunch of recipes. Basically, you can make everything from the medium stone. You can transmute every single thing with it, but with classic equivalent exchange, you'll only be able to make the basic stuff like obsidian from wood and 4 gold blocks, a diamond block, etc, etc. And I might have just 3 extra, see, and there you go, we have the crafting grid from our medium stone. Now you can see the overlay, but it's not yet implemented, it doesn't work. He has to re-implement that. Now onto the... No, I haven't finished. Now all these infused wood, cloth and planks can do some good building materials, but above all, if you punch them, it's an instant, it breaks instantly. Now, upcoming in this mod, we have the research station, so we'll have to do some research to accomplish important thing. Chalk, which will be used for transmutation circles or squares, because no circles in Minecraft. And we have the alchemical bag, all the way, just a big bag, specific to the player. And the divining rod. Basically, you could seek for resources underground. Now, the last thing I have to show you, well, not exactly the last thing, but One of the last thing I have to show you are alchemical chests. You craft them with infused plank. The greater the value, basically verdant is the worst, azure middle, and medium the top tier, and ash doesn't count for creating infused stuff. Basically it's just your regular chest, except with you using infused wood planks. The basic alchemical chest is pretty big. It's a little bit less than a double chest, or maybe exactly the same. I think it's a little bit less, 1 or 2 slots. This is way bigger than a big double chest, and this is gigantic. This can hold massive amounts of items. Now I've showed you everything except that. You can also use your 8 analysis. I have a force generator because I can see exactly how much EU per tick it outputs. It outputs 16 EU per ticks, and as you can see, it has 81,000 units of fuel, which means it will last forever. Forever. As you can see, it's in ticks. Basically, it's I'll do a quick math. Basically, it can run for 4,000 minutes. It will run for 4,000 minutes without any amplifier. And the basic stalling generator from Ender IO, which will also produce a lot of power for a very long time. Now guys, that was it for our equivalent exchange episode, mod spotlight. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Bye bye.